It was just another ordinary morning for Elon Musk. His mind raced with thoughts of his upcoming meetings, SpaceX's new project launch, and his Tesla developments. As always, he was in a rush, zipping through the streets of Los Angeles toward his office. But, as he sped along, something caught his eye. Something unexpected that would change everything. On the sidewalk just ahead, he saw a figure slumped over, barely moving. At first he thought it might be a passerby who had fallen ill, but as he got closer, his heart skipped a beat. This was no ordinary person. It was a woman in a police uniform, unconscious, lying on the pavement. Elon immediately slammed on the brakes, throwing the car into park before rushing out. His mind raced as he quickly approached her. He could see the exhaustion on her face and the weariness in her posture. She was clearly someone who had seen too much, carried too many burdens. He knelt down beside her, his thoughts frantic but focused. "Hey, are you all right?" he asked gently, trying not to startle her, but knowing he needed to act fast. The woman's eyes fluttered open, her dark eyes meeting his for a brief second. What happened?" she whispered, still dazed. "Don't worry, I've got you. Let's get you to safety," Elon said, helping her sit up. The woman, struggling to stay conscious, managed to speak. I'm a police officer. I've been searching for my kids." Her voice cracked as she spoke, the weight of her words sinking deep into Elon's heart. Elon's brow furrowed. "Your kids?" he repeated, kneeling beside her. "What happened?" Tears welled up in the woman's eyes as she spoke. "They were taken from me, by their father. I've been searching, relentlessly, trying to bring them back. But no matter what I do, I can't seem to find them. I'm out of options. I don't know what to do anymore." Elon felt a pang of sorrow, understanding the pain that was pouring out of her. As a father himself, he could not imagine the heartbreak of losing his children, especially in such a cruel and unjust way. But one thing was clear. This woman was not going to give up. Her determination shone through the exhaustion, the fear, and the pain. "I know it's hard, but you're not alone in this," Elon said, his voice firm yet compassionate. "We'll find your kids. I'm not letting you give up. Not now. We're in this together." The woman, whose name was Diana, managed a weak smile, but her eyes showed a flicker of hope. Her strength was still there, buried beneath the layers of weariness. But now, with Elon's words, a new sense of resolve began to surface. She wasn't alone anymore. Elon didn't waste another moment. He quickly called his team and arranged for Diana to be taken to the hospital for treatment. But he didn't stop there. As soon as she was stabilized, he set in motion a plan to help her find her children. His team would assist her in every way possible, tracking down leads, working with law enforcement, and offering whatever resources they could. The hunt for Diana's children was unlike anything Elon had faced before. Though he had overseen some of the most ambitious technological projects in the world, nothing compared to the raw emotion, the stakes, and the desperation of a mother who had lost everything. But Elon was determined. The usual cool, analytical approach that had worked so well for him in business wouldn't be enough here. He needed to use every resource at his disposal, his network, his influence, his passion, for something far more important than rockets or electric cars. Days turned into weeks, and the search intensified. Diana, supported by Elon and his team, worked tirelessly alongside the authorities. Leads came and went, some promising, others dead ends. But they refused to give up. Every time Diana stumbled or felt like she was about to lose hope, Elon was there, encouraging her, reminding her that her children needed her more than ever. One night, after a particularly grueling day of dead ends, Diana sat in a small room at the police station, exhausted and drained. Elon entered, his face tired but determined. He'd been working late into the night with his team, following up on a new lead that had just surfaced. This was it. He could feel it. "I've got something," Elon said, his voice firm but filled with urgency. A tip came in. "I think we're getting close." Diana's eyes widened as she looked up. Her heart pounded in her chest as hope flickered in her eyes. Do you think we can find them?" "We're going to find them," Elon said, his gaze steady. "I promise you, Diana." The following morning, they followed the lead to a small, run-down building on the outskirts of the city. With the help of the authorities, They raided the location, and inside, they found a heartbreaking sight. Diana's children, tired, scared, and confused, but alive. Diana broke down in tears the moment she saw them. She ran to her children, her arms open wide, and embraced them with a love that was both fierce and tender. It was a reunion that words could scarcely describe, and Elon, who had been there for every step of the journey, stood back, watching the scene unfold. His heart swelled with emotion as he saw Diana hold her children close, knowing that it was because of their relentless pursuit and the support of a stranger who had become a friend that this moment was possible. But the story didn't end there. Diana, now reunited with her children, wanted to continue the work that had defined her life, protecting those who couldn't protect themselves. She decided to continue her career in law enforcement, but this time with a renewed sense of purpose. And Elon, recognizing the impact this journey had on him, knew that he could never go back to just focusing on his business. His involvement in the fight for justice, the fight for family, had changed him in ways he couldn't have predicted. As the months went by, Diana and her children started a new chapter in their lives, filled with hope and resilience. But for Elon, the experience continued to affect him in unexpected ways. He couldn't help but think about how much had changed in his life since that fateful day when he found Diana lying in the street. His perspective had shifted in ways he hadn't anticipated. It was as if the blinders that had been placed over his eyes for years had finally been removed. It wasn't just about making money or developing cutting-edge technology anymore. It was about using his position and his wealth to make a real difference in the lives of people who needed it most. As he spent more time reflecting on his own journey, Elon decided to do something even more impactful. He knew he couldn't do it alone, so he reached out to Diana again with an idea. He wanted to start a foundation, a non-profit organization that would focus on children and families in crisis. The foundation would provide financial support, legal assistance, and emotional counseling for those who found themselves caught in difficult, often dangerous situations, just as Diana had. Together, Elon and Diana worked tirelessly to get the foundation off the ground. They recruited a team of professionals, social workers, legal experts, and activists who could help further their cause. They used Elon's connections, influence, and resources to amplify their message. They reached out to other tech companies and wealthy individuals to join their cause, rallying support from every corner of society. The foundation quickly grew, helping thousands of families and children who had been lost in the system. It became a beacon of hope for those who had no one else to turn to. And as the years went by, Diana's name became synonymous with justice, strength, and compassion. Elon, too, found that the work he was doing with the foundation gave him a new sense of purpose. Though his other ventures continued to grow, he had found something far more fulfilling than any business deal or rocket launch could provide. The satisfaction he felt from helping others, from making a real impact in the world, was something he had never experienced before. It was a feeling that couldn't be bought or engineered. It was a feeling of true fulfillment. And as Diana continued her work as an officer and a mother, she found herself becoming a role model not just for her children, but for others who had experienced loss and hardship. She traveled the country, speaking to groups about resilience, hope, and the power of never giving up. The foundation grew stronger with each passing year, helping more families, building more communities, and ensuring that no one would ever feel alone again. In the end, the story of Diana and Elon became more than just a tale of a mother reunited with her children. It was a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Two individuals, through their bond, courage, and determination, changed the world. What began as a chance encounter turned into a movement that sparked a ripple effect across communities. Their efforts not only brought Diana's children back, but restored her faith in humanity. Elon, once focused solely on technology and space, found new purpose in connecting with people and improving lives. Diana's resilience became a beacon of hope for those who had lost everything, and Elon proved that even the most powerful can show compassion. Their journey inspired countless others, reminding them that even in the darkest times, there is always a way forward. The true victory was not just the happy ending, but the transformation that came from their shared humanity. They showed the world that change isn't about grand gestures, but the small acts of kindness that can alter a life forever. Together, Diana and Elon became symbols of that change, proving that when people stand together, anything is possible.